Who is Randy?
Don't bring anyone mother into this.
Yo, mom in the fucking...
Did you ever get a girl like that? Like with a surprise? Like, I don't shave my legs. I don't shave my armpits. I don't, you know.
Never.
I got a dick.
No.
Like that.
My friend, I don't, maybe I shouldn't say his name, but I told you that story. We had to call him on speakerphone, remember?
Oh, yeah. This is nuts.
Can I tell Christina?
Yeah, of course.
I won't say his name.
Yeah.
So he lives in Baltimore, and he went out one night drinking at the bar. This is a while ago, and he met this girl, and they hit it off. Things get a little hot and heavy. They go back to his place, and they're hooking up. And just as he's about to put his hand down her pants, she like aggressively grabs his wrist, and she's like, "I'm different." And he's like, "What do you mean you're different?" She's like, "I'm different." He's like, "Are you a guy?" And she's like, "No, I'm just different." As if, go ahead. Go find out for yourself. And he puts his hand down her pants and he starts playing with her a little bit. And he realizes that her vagina it's forked. It has like equivalent to like your nose. It has a piece of skin in the middle. So there's two sides to it.
No, it's great.
Sorry.
So I'm telling him about it. We're like, I gotta call him because I want to know. I have a million questions. Did it hurt? We were like, did you have to pick a side? He's like, yeah, I had to pick a side.
Wait a minute. It's forked, meaning all the meat and cheese is on.
No, there's two holes.
There's two holes.
A barrier.
It's
in
divided,
but it's got
like your nose.
Wow. So you can pick an entry.
Yeah.
And it goes into the same vaginal canal.
It does.
Assuming.
I mean, we didn't get into the specifics of where it goes.
But did she
the
have like a
vag.
hymen maybe that was
something
still
that
intact?
something that grew in there.
So then we were like, so which way? Like, how did you guys do it? He goes, every fucking way possible.
It was like having a new girl every time.
Yeah, he could just go. He could go like left, right, and fuck different holes.
All right.
And to this day, I've never heard that before.
I've never heard of that
and
either.
since.
Wow.
He said he wore it out though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just side to side
Cool.
pussy, Hitting
Cool,
you
guys.
hit that pussy front to back, but that shit side
Neat,
to side, girl,
thanks.
left to right.
Do you think we could have another lady on the show sometime? It's nice when we have women on the show. Remember when Sarah Gamble was here?
It was great.
That was fun.
Nicole
Amanda
was here last
Cerny,
week.
Nicole Byers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whew, you guys are savages, man. Fucking both
I'm just
sides
reporting
of
back.
the-
Just
Yeah.
reporting back.
That's just a story.
I'm just
that
telling
He's
you.
just a journalist.
I didn't do that.
I'm sure. I mean, I wonder if... Well, anyway,
Sometimes he
I
would
felt the
bust
same
in
for
one
her.
hole and it would all come out the other. It would come around like that.
Your
He's like,
mind.
came right back to me.
Your brain is diseased, Tom.
I'm trying to think of the weirdest thing I've seen out there.
In the vagina world?
Just in the dating or sexual world. There's weird shit. I mean,
Yeah, you've had some weird shit happen, I'm sure.
I have
right?
had some weird shit happen.
What's the freakiest shit you've had happen with like someone you didn't know and you start hooking up with?
Like a brand new person that had no history or anything? There was one girl one night. I met her. She was, this is, God, a long time ago. She was my waitress.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's a tough call on waitresses.
Yeah.
Because they flirt.
Right.
Rightfully
It's their
so.
job.
Yeah, it's their
Yeah.
job to flirt. So,
Try to get a tip. And
Yeah, but we're not in fucking Hooters. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? We're at a nice restaurant.
like Hooters. I love Hooters. I go every day for lunch.
They've got the best wings. I love when they keep the elbow on.
And the girls there are nice to me. They like me.
Well, they like it because they come up and they write their name on the...
Yeah, and then they put
Their real
smiley
names.
face.
Their real names.
Yeah.
I'm Cara Hart.
What
She
fucking
likes me.
assholes.
But this girl's flirty, and then she puts her number on the
Right, like a
on the
Hooters
check.
girl.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, she puts her number though.
She put her number on it.
Damn.
So I call her, and we hang out a couple days later, and one thing leads to another, and she starts telling me that she's on she's coming off of Lexapro, and that if you don't do it properly, I guess you're supposed to wean yourself off.
Wait,
but she went cold turkey.
Is this conversation
no.
one?
This is like yeah.
What's up?
Beyond, do you want fucking cheese on that?
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And
I'm coming off Lex, right? Thanks for calling.
right away.
Yeah.
And she's giving me a heads up that she's experiencing these like these little electrical impulses. She's telling me, and as the night's going on, I'm seeing her do this, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Whoa.
So, we end up having sex anyway, of course, and she takes a hit of weed, and I was like, go easy on that. I just cleaned that pipe today. She fucking hits it like it's the last hit on earth, and then she starts throwing up. So, as a single guy, you got to wait all this out.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know what's going to happen. And she comes out of the bathroom. She's mad because I was laughing. I was like, I told you not to hit. I don't, it was funny to me.
Yeah.
But she's puking and everything. She's like, it's not funny. And then she comes out and, hour or so goes by. She's back to whatever herself was before that, I guess. And then she wants to have sex. So we start having sex.
Wait, just for the story, is this the first time you're having sex? Or the
Yeah.
second? Okay. So this is the first time you're having
First
sex.
time outside the
I didn't know
dinner.
if you'd had sex before the thing.
It's my first time.
All right.
It's the only time this has ever happened to me, too. I don't know what it was, but when she got on top, she got off on putting her forehead on my forehead. But I mean, to the point where it was crushing my fucking skull. Like nothing.
down?
Oh, hard. And she was saying the filthiest shit.
Like a battle ram.
But like putting it, and I was like, ah, and I couldn't enjoy what she was saying. She was saying some dirty shit that I would have, normal circumstance, I'd have been like, fuck yeah. And all I could think about was the feeling of my skull getting crushed, and she just kept driving like fucking hard.
She's like, fuck this fucking pussy.
And I'm trying to get my head out, but I can't. I cannot turn.
She's pinned you down.
Completely pinned down. Push so hard, I can't like I feel like if I rip my head as hard, it's gonna rip skin off my fucking forehead and skull will be exposed. I'm not even exaggerating. That's how hard it was. My eyes started to water, and then, but then as a dude, your ego's getting to you. Like, I cannot let this fucking chick, overpower me like this. But this chick overpowered I was nothing. She kept pressing down. She was saying all kinds of nasty shit. And I was just like, please. I'm trying to say, please stop.
Yeah.
And she's thinking I'm begging for more. I'm just going, please. Like I hadn't had sex in like 3 years, and I was so excited. But I was like, and finally she just, I felt her let up just a little bit, like, when a snake goes to readjust. Yeah. And I slid it out real quick, and I was like, what the fuck? Oh, God, it hurt, man.
Did she tell you what she was doing, or did
that's what her thing was. She was into, like, fucking just like, we're going skull to skull. And
that was her thing. I've never, ever heard of something so peculiar in my entire life.
And I've never wanted to meet somebody more. Like, that is such a fascinating thing. I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was
her thing, just crushing.
Did you ever hook up again?
No, that was it, dude. Those are one and done. I mean, I wasn't even one. I was halfway in, and nothing even. I was like,
how great would it be to have like an AA type of meeting of just guys she's been with, and you guys just sit around and you're like, she fucking almost took my head off.
I was losing vision. I was losing vision. I saw the circle and everything. I was like, this isn't worth it.
So she was really doing that.
My dick's like, sometimes I'm wrong. Sometimes I'm wrong.
She should have cleared that with you beforehand. Yeah. That's kind of.
That's probably part of the thrill. Like, you don't know what's about to happen to you now when I pin you down with my head.
Dude, that is
absurd.
That was aggressive. That was really aggressive. Yeah.
Remember that? Was there somebody that drank menstrual blood?
Ew.
Yeah, this was so
what?
Good. So I hung out with this couple.
You know what? Hold on a second.
Yeah.
You say shit about guys, and you just said someone drank menstrual blood. You said it too, like, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Am I making that up? Did I hear?
It's true.
Isn't that the Johnson family? Blood? Yeah.
This couple came to my show in Atlantic City. This was like, man, at least 8 years ago. Okay. And I'm working the club, and they're hanging out. They come to the show, and they're like early 40s, but you can tell like they're cool, they party, and they're also like both good looking. Like you're like, you don't belong here. You know what I mean? Like when they're stand out from everybody in the audience, they're just like put together. And so they asked to buy me a drink, and I'm having a drink, and they're fun, and they're telling stories. So I'm like, so what's your guys' deal? Well, they're about to get married, and it's the second marriage for both. And I'm like, oh, so what happened before? They're telling me their whole backstory. And I'm like, and you could tell that they're so open and not like, there's no jealousy about like, oh, when this happened and when that happened. So I'm like, when you guys were after your marriages, but before you met each other, what's like some of the, more, since you were like single for the first time, what were some of your dating stories? So they start sharing them. She tells some story about, I don't know, some guy she met, and he, was some type of crazy sex. I don't know, like anal sex on the first night. She was like, that was wild. It's the only time I ever did that. She goes, he's got a better one. So I'm like, what is it? He goes, well, so, I've been divorced for like, let's say 6 months. I start going out and I go out with this beautiful, very sophisticated and successful doctor. And, we're going out, we have good chemistry. And so like the first time we're about to have sex, she tells me, I'm having my period right now. And he's like, I don't give a fuck. I'm like 44 years. You know what I mean? I'm a grown man. It's just not children's shit to me, right? Like,
yeah, it's one thing to have sex on your period.
So she's like, she's like self-conscious about it. He's like, doesn't bother me at all. So they have sex, and he's like, it's fine, it's good. And then when we're done having sex, he's like, obviously I have like stuff kind of all over me. She's like, do you mind if I clean up? And he's like, no. And then she just goes down and licks it all up off of him.
What?
Yeah.
Hold on. That is not.
So he said he's laying there. He's like,
I'm expecting to hear the squeaks of the shower turn on and shit. So she cleans herself off him.
Yes. With her mouth.
Licks
it all up. And then she's like, what do you think of that? And he's like, that's pretty wild. And anyways, they start going out, like...
He's dating now?
Yes.
After that,
he's dating her. He's dating her.
a month later.
Well, that's the thing. He's bringing her to dinners and, social events.
She's
And
like a
all of
cat.
his friends and everybody's like, yo, you hit the fucking home run, because they see she's beautiful. She's a doctor. She's very successful. So everyone's like, this is your fucking next wife. And he's like, a month later... It's period time again. They have sex, and she don't even ask this time. She's like, licks it all up
God,
again.
I'm gonna get sick. I'm gonna get sick, dude. I got that fucking metallic taste in my mouth right now.
He said that like because he's in his 40s. All his friends.
How old is she?
The woman, like, I don't know, probably a few years younger than him. But he said that when he's like, I break up with her. And everyone's like, you're a fucking moron, because they've been his friends for years, and they're like, she was gorgeous. She's a doctor. She's got money. Like, she's successful. What are you doing? And then he starts telling his friends, and they're all like, what?
Yeah, of course.
They can't put it together, and they're like, oh, okay. I see.
What's interesting is hearing that story now as an adult, because I think you told this to me maybe a decade ago.
Long time ago, yeah.
And like, now I see it from that guy's perspective of he's in his 40s. He may not find another woman like her again. If she's all these other things, is licking your own menstrual blood off of somebody's penis that bad?
Yes. Yes, it is. 100% it's that bad.
But if that's her one kink, that's the thing that just revs her up, is to lick her own menstrual blood off your peener. Once a month, you can't accommodate that. You don't have to do anything.
What kind of doctor is she? What kind of doctor?
She was like an ear,
brain
nose, and
surgeon.
throat.
Oh, that's
God damn, come on. Brain surgeon, you can fucking lick it up.
Yeah.
ENT, get the fuck out of here with that business. That's bullshit, right?
You're a chiropractor.
Yeah, you're not even.
She's a nurse practitioner.
I'm not officially certified yet.
Yeah.
That's fucking.
It's an important question.
Sorry.
Do you ever worry that
Sorry.
Play it again, though. I always can watch this.
Let me see if this...
Show Ryan this
I
one.
did think of the
this won't work.
freakiest shit.
It won't work?
I'll play it if you want.
Okay. Never mind.
I'm going to tell you a story about a girl that I did not have sex with because of this story.
menstrual.
Really?
This is a girl that I knew. She was a friend of a friend. So I had hung out over a few years, handful of times with her. So I knew her, but I didn't know her. You never really know anybody like that. But she came over one night, and we started drinking. She wanted to drink some wine. We're drinking, having a good time, and she starts telling me that her history of how old she was. How old were you when you lost your virginity and that sort of thing? And she's like, I was really late. And I was like, why was that? And she's like, well, let me take a sip for this.
Oh, jeez.
She was a late bloomer, whatever. And what happened was she ended up liking her cousin's boyfriend. And her cousin was mean to the boyfriend. And she herself also had an abusive boyfriend at the time. And those two just sort of connected based off that behavior. They were like, oh, we'll rescue each other, I guess, so to speak. So they begin to have this relationship, and he was a photographer, and he one night started asking her if she would do some, pose for him so he could take some pictures. So she did. And that eventually led to nude photos. And she did. They're boyfriend and girlfriend, but artistic, not here's my fucking pussy hole, that kind of shit. And then he says,
here's my fucking pussy hole, is
Yeah.
what Ryan just said.
and then he says,
Animal.
well, I'm an animal. Have you seen the
Jeez.
pictures on fucking line? So then he says he wants to do some photos of her in a tub. So they do the tub. Then it progresses to, I want to put blood in the tub. I want to do photos as if you're dead, murdered in the tub. And she does that. And at the time, too, this is the guy she loses. This is the guy she also loses her virginity to.
go bad.
Yeah.
So they're sexually active, and this is the buildup. You don't really know somebody.
Right.
So
Just like you're kind of like you're cut open, and like your guts are out.
filled. So she's thinking that this is, a substance, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But it's real fucking blood. And she's like, wait, where'd you get real? So you went to a butcher or some bullshit or knew somebody, got this animal blood, right?
Ay.
The next time he wants to do it, and this is have sex with her, but he also wants a photograph first. He puts her in the tub of ice and tells her the reason is because he can't get off unless he fucks a cold vagina.
Oh boy, here
Yup.
we go.
That's it. And she's like, what? He has to have she's like, and then she looks at me and goes, do you think he had sex with dead bodies? And I was like, yes, he definitely had sex.
Yeah.
Guess who's not having sex in here tonight? Guess who's not having, here, let me crack another bottle of wine because that shit's not going down. Like, fuck that. And then I started thinking like, God, the partners we've had in the past could have potentially had a partner that fucked dead people.
Oh, yeah.
Or oh man. Or
Yeah.
something like this shit up here. But a real one. Dude, have you ever in your life, I can't get off unless I'm inside a cold vagina?
Never heard of it.
Have you ever even thought about regulating the person you're with body temperature?
No.
Either way.
I love
Either way.
I love 98.6.
That 98.6.
That's perfect, man.
bro.
I don't want
98.6
it
is my speed.
any colder or hotter. That's crazy.
How crazy
And
is
that's
that,
definitely how he knows he likes cold.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Hello, and thank you for watching that highlight. If you want to see more of those, we have them. They're provided for you. So enjoy. Just do a deep dive like you're trying to study us. Click on these and subscribe. Hit the subscribe button, and then they'll just be delivered to you. You can watch them when they come out. Please do it.